This is NK back with a new video, and in this video I'm gonna talk about custom ROMs problems and the things you should not be dealing with. So let's start. The first point is changing your custom ROM very often. You must have heard people telling you that changing the custom ROM very often is really bad. It may be bad if you're doing a lot, like 3 to 4 ROMs a day. That's a really crazy, man. But actually it is very different scenario for PCs and phones. Majority of people think that every hardware thing is gonna be same because they have faced the problem with their PCs, so they may think that it is gonna be same issue with the phone. Actually what happens is whenever you are changing the operating system on your PC, the PC hard drive is running a bit faster than usually it does because it is doing multiple tasks, it is loading files, it is copying most of the things to itself, it is deleting some, so that thing happen. In PC, you're deleting or adding entire new stuff. It is a Windows and you're adding an entire new Linux thing on it. So it is a bit different scenario on PC. And if you are very often changing your operating system on a PC, so you may end up damaging your hard drive because that is running a fast and it cannot handle that much of speed limit and that much of risk. In the day-to-day life of Android, what happens is it is not actually changing the whole operating system, it is just changing the firmware. Yes, you are gonna shift from Android to Android. You're not shifting from an Android to iOS or even Android to Windows, anything like that. You are just shifting from one Android operating system that is particular. It may be like a Marshmallow to a Android Nougat. So that's gonna happen. You are actually changing the particular of uh, ROM to another ROM. That's it, firmware. So, and changing the ROM a day twice is okay, not like every day. Even I have changed two ROMs in a day because the ROM I flashed was having some problems, so I needed to reflash the older ROM. So I did that. So daily changing the ROM is not a great deal. I know you are a person who is very curious to find out the new features on the different types of ROM, customizing everything. It's really good, but be careful while flashing. The word I'm telling be careful while flashing is because if you end up downloading a wrong ROM and flashing it on your device, you may end up breaking your phone. Yes, what happens is this is a major problem in Samsung devices. The Samsung devices comes in very different variants. The one I had is Samsung Galaxy Note 4, which is not there now. It's gone to its owner. Okay, Samsung Galaxy Note 4 had 5 to 6 different versions, naming with G, E, F, J, etc. etc. So they have the different variants like Exynos, Snapdragon, and particular locality. Everything goes on. So what happens is if you end up flashing a JROM to the G version or G version to the F, you may end up breaking your phone because it is not compatible with your device. So that is one of the major problem that is found majority in Samsung device because Samsung has wide variety of Android versions, like phone versions, sorry. So that is the problem that is found in one device. There are many other brands who does the same, but in the phones like OnePlus, Lenovo, ZUK, they are not the problem because they are the only one versions released worldwide. So that's not a big problem. So be careful while downloading and flashing the ROM to your phone because you may just end up flashing the wrong ROM. And the second point is the flashing the ROM that is like the phone which has two SIM variant to the phone which has one SIM variant. Yes, there was a model like Motorola Moto E second gen which had two variants. One had two SIM slots and one had only one SIM slot. So you must be thinking if you flash the ROM of single SIM slot to the dual SIM, the only one SIM will work and another will be idle. So that's not true because the second SIM has a bit more different than the single SIM variant. So that's another thing over here. So you must be careful. Even if it's a silly thing, you shouldn't do that. You should go with the perfect matching, or you may just end up with a brick device. So the third thing over here is the kernel. The kernels is a really great and really exciting thing, because you must be seeing many other getting unlocked, etc., etc. But the same scenario goes over here. If you end up flashing or putting the wrong kernel, you will end up your phone damaging or getting break. So be careful. And the fourth thing is the daily updates. You must have been worried that what is this daily updates, and it is not a version, Android version getting upgraded like from Lollipop to Marshmallow to the Nougat to the Oreo, like that. The daily update is like giving up patches like security patches or clearing the small bugs. So what happens is your phone may have some minor bugs you don't even recognize, because most of the things you need is solved. But some people require, very less number of people maybe require that particular solution, so the custom ROM people will give you the updates so that particular problem will be solved. The problem can be like some particular app is not working or some particular game is not working. So the developer is gonna help you out in giving a good update so that particular app or game will be working on your phone. So even if you end up having some app that you want and it is not working on your phone, then that you means you need to upgrade your phone. This is actually seen in the nightly updates, and it will help you keeping your phone fast and smooth. The third thing is most of the rooted apps. Yes, people root their Android phone just to use a good rooted apps that is really good. Yeah, rooted apps are really cool and really amazing. But you may end up using some apps which are not working, like Paytm. Some banking apps are not suitable for rooted phone. They don't accept rooted phones. So you should keep that in mind. Yeah, there is some magics. You can off the root access and turn it on back whenever you want. But still, those apps which are related to bank and currency, they actually doesn't seem suiting the rooted ROMs or custom phones very well. So in my personal life, I have two devices with me. One is an iPhone and one is an Android. Android I keep for customizing everything, but the iPhone is everything only stock, only such currency, YouTube, social media apps going on. So that's the great thing. And another thing is overclocking your phone. Yes, overclocking on the PC is really great. You will see extra performance, extra juice coming out from your phone. Sorry, from your PC. But overclocking your phone is not at all safe or not at all good. You will end up heating your phone too much because your phone doesn't have that huge fan cooling thing. So you must be careful about that also. So if you are using a great phone, if you are using a really low phone and you want to overclock it, I suggest using another good custom ROM instead of overclocking your phone. Yes, some people what who does is their particular ROM, their stock ROM usually gets slow after some days of use. You should just change the ROM, then you will see the phone is actually a bit more faster. In the stock ROM, uh, if you just overclock the ROM after rooting your device, you may just end up bricking your phone again. This time this is gonna be a hard brick because you're dealing with the hardware. It is not with the software. You're dealing with the entire hardware, that is the main CPU of the phone. Then you may end up with a problem. So I just suggest be away with a bit of overclocking. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, then like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing such great videos for you. So have a nice day.